in this country, 1 in 6 girls have a baby while they are still teenagers. Brandy Chance is a teacher at a school for pregnant teens and teen parents. Brandy, before the break, I asked the question of whether or not these sorts of schools somehow make it easy or encourage young people. How would you respond to those sorts of critics?
I would say absolutely not, that schools like ours in no way, shape, or form encourage teen pregnancy. The students come to us already pregnant. 60% of our students have been out of school or sporadically attending before they've even come to our school. Our school's focus is really getting these students educated and graduated so that they're prepared for life after high school.
And did you have any concerns about reality cameras showing up on your campus? Did you think it'd be a net positive for the community at large, for the country, or did you have concerns?
I initially refused to participate in the documentary because I had concerns. I did not want my students becoming victims of reality TV. When I talked with the producers, I felt very confident that what they were filming was a documentary, not reality television. I took some convincing, to be honest, to get them into my classrooms, but if it helps any students who are out there who want to go back to school who are mothers, then I think it's worth it. If it helps communities in other parts of our nation decide to create programs like ours, then it's worth it. And as long as my students remain the focus and what they're doing positively, then I feel pretty good about opening up my classroom to the world.
Farrah, how do you respond to the idea of being a victim of reality TV?
I respond and I try to make a bad thing into a good thing, and I also feel like this high school has, with teens getting pregnant and not knowing where to go. I think it's great that they're decreasing the dropout rates and helping them stick to school, because as you've seen in my episodes of Teen Mom, some of the other cast members do not stay in high school or have not moved on to college yet. So I think it's a great thing of what they've done, and reality TV is very much harder to deal with.
Natalie in Colorado. Natalie, you had a comment or question?
Earlier, Dr. Drew, you asked Katrina about what was a difficulty that she had, and she responded that it had to do with giving up time. I am wanting to know what the changes were that she had to go through in welcoming her child to her life. And I'm wondering also, father of baby, where he is about being a father and any changes or adjustments.
Okay,
there.
Natalie, I'm going to kind of jump in because I have 3 women that would, I'm sure, give you a small novel in response to that question, because their lives were completely changed by the pregnancy. The vast majority of cases, the dads are nowhere to be found. So who wants to answer this, ladies? Who wants to give a short version of how their life was changed by having had a baby? Everything changes.
Everything changes. Everything. I mean, your body changes, your mind changes, your friends change, and it's really hard to adjust to that, but eventually you need to get used to the fact that you're a mom.
And Farrah, that was the whole point of the show, was it not, to show how much you had to give up?
Yes, that was the big portion of what Teen Mom has to show and how everything changes. I do have a question, though, for this high school that is helping out teen mothers. Do they also help educate the dads as well, or other teen fathers?
Great question. What do you do with the dads and the rest of the family? Because often the grandparents are in the child rearing as well.
Yeah. Actually, the school is very involved with not only the mothers, but with the whole family. Like once a month we have a grandparents' breakfast. The school helps other teen dads get their GEDs or find a job if they need to. They're very supportive. They have activities after school, like especially during holidays, where you can bring your whole family, and just for Christmas we decorate ornaments and make cookies, and it's a very supportive school, and they very much try to keep the family intact and involved.
Brandy,
we have a family engagement center.
I want to say, Brandy, do you think I don't know what the data is from your program, but have you actually had documented improvement in the behavior of the young men in terms of being fathers and staying with, forming families, those sorts of outcomes?
Our focus is really on the mother. We absolutely are interested in keeping the entire family as a family unit. However, the student defines her family. That might or might not include the father. Like I said, our focus is really on the moms, but we do have a family engagement center where we bring in dads, grandparents, cousins, whoever it is who's helping to raise that child with the student to help them define their family. I have interaction with a handful of young men. We do have a higher than average rate of students that stay with their fathers and fathers that stay involved in the students' lives. So it's nice to see the fathers in the school and to see them come to events. And having prom this year, seeing a lot of the dads at prom was really exciting. So we're working hard to educate not only the moms, but keep the entire family in the loop.
That is really important to hear, Brandy, because I'll tell you, having worked with teen moms, one of the most disturbing for them and shattering realities is how the dads treat them. And that this idea of forming a family, which they all cling to, is something that they can't seem to get the dad to participate in. So if you're having improvement in those outcomes, that does mean a lot for the moms.